fucking now.
There are people who would lay down and die. Well, that's not a warrior's path. You know, just give up, just get loaded, just get stoned, just party. Well, that doesn't, you get tired of that real quick if you try it. But it's what's in your heart, it's what you're doing. It's the warrior's way. You fight until the last minute. One way or another, no matter what happens, there is a balancing that's coming. There is a balancing that is here, that it is now. And what's left for us is to decide how we're going to face it and what's important. But between climate chaos and Fukushima, there shouldn't be anything else that anybody anywhere on the planet is concerned about. Because unless those are dealt with, we're all dead.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Revival Radio episode 22. My name is Rich Steve.
And this be the one they call the brain cell.
Critical Mass, aka CMASS, up in this bitch.
Cheer.
Welcome back, Brain Cell. It's been a while.
It's been a little bit.
We've been busy, though. It's not like all of this has been for naught. There's been some things going on, man.
Real talk.
But I think that we should start it off since everybody saw you pouring as we began with the Nectar of the Gods.
Fuck yeah, dude. This week we got something new. I had to go a little extra farther.
Okay.
Different store to get something a little bit different because we're running out of fucking nectars to do, man. This one, it's from 21st Amendment Brewery.
Now, I asked you earlier, let's see if you can recall it for the viewers. What was the 21st Amendment?
The 21st Amendment ratified the 18th Amendment. And what's the 18th Amendment, you ask? It's prohibition.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that is right. But
So
I don't think it ratified, you mean overturned.
Same thing, right?
Nah, ratified means that you made it happen. Like you ratified the 18th Amendment.
All right, so yeah, it reversed the 18th Amendment.
And now they're making brew. What you got, man? What kind is it?
This is the Born Free, Brew Free or Die Blood Orange IPA. 70 IBUs. Pretty bitter, you know what I mean? 7% alcohol.
Now,
so
when you say
you
say blood, 7.7. When you say blood orange, what does it taste like? Does this taste like you're drinking like not your grandpa's orange soda, or like what is this, man?
It tastes like, I don't know if you've ever bit into a fresh, ripe blood orange, but I mean, it's like an orange times 100. Just straight citrus.
That's what's up, man. So I hear that there is a new rating system.
There is.
On the Nectar of the Gods. Would you like to explain? We're retiring the out of 12 ounces.
Yeah.
What is it
1
now?
to 12 no longer exists.
So no more 10s.
No.
What do we got now?
We got 1 through 3 fire flame emojis.
Ooh.
1 through 3. So 1 is the weakest, 3 is the fucking best.
So you got 1, you got your mids, you got 2, you got your beasters, and you got your 3, which is your fucking heady ass beer.
Real talk, man.
So
I'm gonna give you one guess to think how many flame emojis this gets.
I'm going with the 3.
Straight up 3 flame emojis. Triple flame.
How does it compare to like the Dirt Wolf and the other 12s? Like, is this on the level, man?
This is, I mean, it's not as strong, but the flavor though.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's like that. Okay.
It's all about the flavor, baby.
All right.
That's all I gotta say about that.
The thing that we want to bring to you now, folks, is a brand new segment. We're going to be changing things up a little bit. We alluded to this previously on Revival Radio, like episode 19 or the 420 episode, that we wanted to change things up a bit. So while we would normally do our Prole of the week, fireworks behind us and shit, now we're going to do like a hoax of the week. When I look at the news, Brain Cell, I see all of this propaganda. I see all of these lies that are being spread by fake news and the sheep on Facebook. No offense, guys, on the live stream, but the fact is there is bullshit being put out every week. So I think it would be right and cool of us to kind of highlight a different thing going on in the world this week that is clearly a false flag, a hoax, or fake news?
Fuck yeah, dude.
So what do we got this week, Brain Cell?
We got the Grenfell Tower fire, which was in where was it? Was it in London?
I believe so. I'm not 100%.
It was in the UK somewhere.
Okay.
So, why do we say this is a false flag event? Because you look at videos and reports of people that live in the area that have lived there all their lives and shit.
Right.
They see when shit's fucking not right, man. They seen how they put all these flammable fucking installations and shit like literally 2 weeks before the fire happened. They just packed the whole building full of fucking flammable insulation shit, bro. Like, that's fucked.
This is textbook, man. We've talked about this before on this show. We've talked about what a false flag is. It's textbook, man. It's something that people won't think twice about, and that is, for me, this week's false flag.
And do you know why they burned this building down?
I would love to.
Gentrification, man. Simple as that.
That's
They're trying to make
interesting.
room, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're trying to get
yeah.
the poor people out so they can charge $1 million fucking condos and shit.
Yeah, dude. So the next thing
Shit's real.
that I want to bring up is something that I saw on your Instagram and something that we had posted about on the Revival Radio page before.
Yeah, man.
That's the pipeline in Delco.
Right.
What can you tell me about that? Because, you know, I'm still living out of the county at this point. I don't know all of it, but you went down there. What did you see? Were there people there? Were there cops there? What was it, man?
First off, there was a cop guarding the workers.
Okay.
There was a facility that I guess refines or does something.
Right.
But all the oil that comes from it's not even oil. It's what is it called? Frail?
Yeah, yeah.
No, shale oil.
Shale oil.
Shale oil.
From fracking.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is they're pumping fucking flammable gas through people's front yards. I drove by there, I seen it going through a church, apartment complexes, schools.
It's sick, man. We've talked about fracking before on this show. We talked about the harmful chemicals that they are putting into the ground in order to reach these new gases and oils. So to know that this is running through my county makes me sick.
You know what really makes me sick? There
What's
was
that?
barely any resistance.
Wow.
You know, we've talked about the South Dakota pipeline
Right.
here. The Native Americans, man, I gotta take my hat off to them, man. They get a salute because they resisted the shit.
It's crazy.
Around here, what do you get? About 12
Nothing.
people? 12 people?
Nothing. But let's
We're
go
sleeping
to,
around here. We need to wake the fuck up.
Let's go to the footage, Brain Cells, show them what you recorded, and when we come back, we're going to talk about our Prole of the Week and get into the meat of this episode.
Pro of the week.
We'll be right back.
Revival Radio.
Bitch!
What's up, y'all? It's Revival Radio. Rich Steve and the Brain Cell.
CMASS!
Rich Steve, what do we got for him right now?
Yo, I just, literally as we were getting ready to film, received from the mail carrier this little package. which I believe is...
He said package.
which I believe is the back patch for my vest.
Yeah, plus a little something extra, they said. So they
let's
took forever.
Let's do a live unboxing, man.
Let's see it.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
All the way from India, bro. Handmade, handcrafted.
Oh, yeah.
What we got?
Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that, everybody. Brand new back patch. And boom.
Woo, little flower of life, Johnny.
There you go. Brain Cell, can you explain this? Because I know you know this a lot more than I do. What do we have here that was handcrafted for my vest?
The flower of life? Mm-hmm. This is some sacred geometry type shit. I mean, I have a couple books. They're actually called The Flower of Life Volume 1 and Volume 2 by Drumvelo Melchizedek.
Ooh, I like that name.
It's just sacred geometry shit. Every fucking pattern in that flower of life can be found elsewhere. Like there's like 64 patterns or something inside. There's the tree of life, the seed of life.
It's cool.
The flower of life.
It's real cool.
It's got the Fibonacci, phi, everything, bro. That's how plants grow and shit. Like,
so if you haven't been paying attention to our vests, they have been steadily getting more and more patches, getting better. I think they're almost at the completion stage, man.
Me too, and I'm kind of psyched, so I don't even like wearing mine anymore.
I love it, man. So that brings us into the bulk of our episode and this week's Prole of the Week. We
got Zachary K. Hubbard.
Now, we've talked briefly about Zach Hubbard before. I know that we've explained to people that our new album, which is now called Murder by the Numbers.
Murder by Numbers.
Murder by Numbers, not Murder by the Number, as we said before. Murder by Numbers, you know, like paint by numbers.
Which is actually the title of Zach's upcoming book.
Is heavily influenced by him. You know, we talked about how, you know, Zach Hubbard has his YouTube channel where he's talking about false flag attacks that are coming up. He's predicting the Super Bowl. He's predicting the NBA Finals.
Gematria teaching us the knowledge.
Months before they're happening. 1 is A, 2 is B, all of that. But not anymore, because just this week, Zach's channel was removed. It got the blacklist from YouTube.
You know, I mean, that's kind of telling. If someone's channel is getting deleted, that's just the kind of channel that I like, man. Because they're speaking the real shit. They're telling you what no one else has the balls to fucking say. The truth.
Zach Hubbard's channel, man, is one that took me a while to get into. Just because when you first look at it, it's just like he's adding up words and he's adding up numbers and like it doesn't make any sense. It's all a bunch of fucking random bullshit.
That's what it seems like, but it's not.
But it's not. Once you start actually getting into it, you know, we just posted...
You have to crack the code first. You have to see the code.
We just posted on Instagram last week, Rich Steve and the Brain Cell and Steve Coleman and Ryan DePaulo and
CMASS.
All of these different combinations. And we have 1818 and different numbers like that in both of our names, in both of our stage names.
His real name and his stage name both equal the same. I believe is 109, and my real name and my stage name both equal 55.
Then the breakdown, like with what my name also adds up to as well, you know, with like Orwellian was one of them, I remember, and just all of these different words that from an outside perspective might not seem like they relate, but when you start adding it up and seeing the pattern, it starts making a little bit more sense.
Plus there's all these different methods. You have the ordinal method, you have reversed, you have reduction. If you know anything about numerology, you break all numbers down to a single digit. So we're talking about 109 and 55 and shit. That's in numerology, you would break it down to a single digit, so that's what the reduction method is. So, I mean, there's the Jewish methods, Sumerian method.
So many, man.
It all applies to the different categories. Like, it's undeniable. It's like the God code.
If you go on Google
like some
right
Da
now,
Vinci shit.
If you go on Google right now and you look up Gematria calculator, you can find a couple that will just be perfect. Because
I would go to gematrinator.com.
Me too. That's the one I would suggest.
Or
as
Gematrix, but Gematrinator better.
It will have your breakdown for each of the different varieties. It'll have other words. That's where it'll have the full breakdown of popular names, popular events. Just to give you an idea of how deep it goes, I really recommend checking it out.
Literally, the rabbit hole doesn't end.
But the person that brought this entire rabbit hole to light for me, and I'm sure it was for you too, would be our Prole of the Week, Zach Hubbard. So his
actually his backup channel just got deleted too. So if you want to look at his work, you got to search just Zachary Hubbard now.
So his stuff is taken down. You told me previously, you're more on the YouTube as an administrator than I am. You said that there's been a real crackdown recently.
Absolutely.
And even like some of our videos have had problems and stuff.
No, it kind of pisses me off. We don't put ads on our channel.
No.
But for the people that do, the ads aren't coming in anymore because they want to pick and choose what kind of content their ads go in front of. So, I mean, you're talking, if you have any kind of explicit content, you don't get to have ads anymore, and you can't make money. If you're a content creator, you're not going to have the chance to make more content anymore.
They're hiding you and taking away your opportunity for money, man.
Subscribers are getting unsubscribed without them pushing buttons.
This is why we tell you all every week, subscribe below. Click subscribe so we can see the numbers and track this type of thing, man. So we can know, what's exactly going on. I've said multiple times on this show that I'm a big listener to those conspiracy guys. And They had the same type of thing happen recently where their shit was getting removed. When they were just like talking about Pizzagate or talking about something like that, and then a week later, everything's deleted. They're getting strikes. They're getting copyright violations.
That's what... See, the powers that be are fucking up there because we see that shit and it just validates it if you take it down.
Yeah.
But it's like they want to justify it, say, oh, we're protecting people from hearing alternative facts. And all. It's like Trump's a whole part of this whole thing.
We're hate-filled bullshitters who are blah, blah, blah,
and honestly,
blah,
dude, we can't even say what we want to say.
No, you can't, man. It's like... I recommend if you're listening to those conspiracy guys, like I've told you to check out the latest Freemasons episode where they talk about alternatives to YouTube, where a lot of people are starting to congregate.
The thing is with those alternatives to YouTube is when you go to watch a video on there, it takes forever to load.
That's crazy, man.
Forever. There's buffering issues. There's all this shit, man. Like, there's nothing better than YouTube right now.
Right now, man, what people need to think about is that the real content creators, the real news, the real information getting out of there from the people, the do-it-yourselfers, is what's being suppressed.
Uncontrolled.
They don't give a shit about the mainstream media and their lies, or even somebody like fucking Alex Jones, bro. Controlled opposition, but still an alternative news source. They're not shutting his shit down, but you got somebody like Zach Hubbard, or you got somebody like us, who's actually bringing fact and talking about what's going on. There's your fucking copyright strikes, bro. I'm just saying, man.
It's unbelievable. I just want to take this time real quick before we go to break to give a shout out to all the new subscribers we have. We have like 10 fucking more subscribers than last time. Salute to you. I also want to say real quick, hold on. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh. Fuck it, whatever. Comment below. Hit the subscribe button.
We're going to go real quick now to one of our newest videos that's at the top of the channel right now. It's got a bunch of views, 177 last I checked.
In 24 hours.
Holy 24 hours. That's a little tribute we did for Zach after his thing got taken down that you made, Brain Cell. So let's just go to that real quick.
It's going to be the intro to Murder by Numbers, our new album, man. So take a look.
We'll be right back.
There's visuals, audio, everything, man.
Critical Mass.
Enjoy.
One love. Be right back.
Breaking out. We're breaking out. We're breaking out.
Everything the New World Order does when it comes to false flag propaganda is plotted out long in advance and executed in a ritualistic way. Television is the weapon of the New World Order. It's all part of the conditioning, though. They send you to school, they teach you to respect your teacher who's a fucking retard. We gotta do something. We gotta find the people who aren't cowards, who aren't pussies, who have brains, who are willing to stand up and fight for themselves. We're ruled over by a bunch of losers, shriveled men, old pathetic men, hiding behind police, hiding behind their television screens and their TV studios and their newspapers. We just gotta burn it all down to the ground. You know? All over the world, people need to rise up and put these piece of shit stains to bed. And everybody should be able to say that because it's the truth. There's a war that needs to happen. Peace isn't doing shit. These people are murderers, killers, liars, warmongers, and they need some of their own medicine.
What's up, everybody? Welcome
What's up?
back. Episode 22, Revival Radio. Rich Steve and the Brain Cell.
CMASS, aka Critical Mass, bitch.
So we just broke down for you all the bullshit that's going on YouTube right now. You know, where this is being hosted, where you are watching this right now. There's a whole war going on between the truth and the fucking piece of shits who run it.
A war for your mind.
There's a war going on. We also talked about Zach Hubbard. You know, you plugged his channel. Now, what do they search again to find him?
Zachary Hubbard.
Zachary Hubbard.
Or you can find him on truthfrequency.com on a radio show every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
You also just checked out the intro for our new album, which we have been recording, Murder by Numbers.
Yeah, man, down there at Marston House.
So there's a couple
Shout out
things,
to the Juggalo Nick, homie.
couple things I want to talk about real quick.
215 Ninjas.
First of all, you and your fucking Renaissance man self have been tearing it up skating recently.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
You
Me
know-
and the homie Evan been fucking going hard.
Where you been going? What are some good spots for people in the Delco, Philadelphia area to go skate
All
right
right,
now?
so we go, our local spot's Radnor Skate Park.
Okay.
It's by the Radnor police station or whatever the fuck. That's our local spot, man. We know everyone there. I actually just gave a fucking BMX bike, my first BMX bike ever,
Right.
to a young black man
young up and comer.
at the skate park. Though he didn't even say thank you, but guess what, man? Fruit Loop, I don't even need your thanks, bro.
Fruit Loop.
I
it.
know that you're gonna tear that bike up, and that's all that matters.
That's fucking dope, man.
Another couple spots. We went to Chichester Skate Park,
Right.
which is by the Chichester police station last week. That's where all the homies that are ill nasty skate, bro. All the sponsored homies. I forget who they were sponsored by, or I'd shout you out. Another dope spot, Payne's.
Where's that?
It's at the Art Museum
Okay.
in Philly. Ill spot. Mad homies be it's like fucking decriminalized in Philly, so
it
motherfuckers
is.
just blaze up. It's just
Keep
the
it,
meetup spot to blaze up.
Keep up on the Brain Cells pages. You can see the videos that he's been posting, man. We will probably throw a couple in this because they're fucking sick,
I'm
man.
gonna throw in my backside board slide, the front side shove it out. Illness. Maybe I'll throw in the impossible and like the couple times that I died trying to fucking do the impossible.
So you know
off
what?
This ramp.
You know what I did while you were doing that? I punched
You
a
wrestle?
16-year-old kid in the face. Damn it!
Damn.
But,
I wouldn't go around bragging about that.
Nah, bro. Screw him and screw his dad. I'll do it again.
Aren't you on like probation, bro?
Yeah, man. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this on YouTube, but nah, man. ATCW, Atlantic Terror Champ or Appalachian Terror, whatever. ATCW. I did a bikers, vapors, and wrestlers against heroin.
I saw that the
benefit forum.
vapors against heroin.
Yo,
just
that
sounds
shit
weird.
was awesome, man. Like we had a nice little crowd there. We raised some money.
Do you even vape, bro?
Yeah, I don't vape, but I really appreciate everybody who came out. I fought Chucky Manson with my brother in the Impact Society. Used some barbed wire. You see the picture of me biting the barbed wire. But me punching a 16-year-old
Fucking straight beast mode.
happened at Stairway to Gold Rampage Pro Wrestling down in Newark, Delaware. Speaking of which, I am now a member of Project Mayhem, who is number 5 in your top 5 rankings.
Count
for
it.
top,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
top tag teams. The Marvel Wrestling Digest Friday. That shit hits the shelves. Check us out. Oh, and
Yo, stop peeking the mic, motherfucker.
don't forget to go on the Exposed Turn Podcast Facebook page. I posted about it. Vote for me for best promo.
Man, fuck their podcast. This is the podcast to be.
Yo, true that, but I want that goddamn plaque.
You already got that plaque.
Ah, shit. So on top of that, man, cannabis in Pennsylvania. It's happening. It is a thing. We've talked about it on the 420 episode, but now there are dispensaries that are going to be opening that have got their licenses, and Delco's right down the street, Upper Darby.
Upper Darby. What else we have? Plymouth Meeting.
We had one out in Devon.
Devon, that's not even far either. That's like 2 towns away
Lancaster is getting one. All over the state, man. We have not.
You know what else we need to get in
What?
Lancaster? We need to get some hemp planted.
Yeah, dude.
Real talk.
We have not
Get
won
that
yet.
hemp planted.
We have not won yet. There's still a lot to do. The law is
Lot of
still
work.
super restrictive, but this is a step in the right direction, man. On top of that,
Baby steps.
Mexico just made medicinal marijuana a thing.
Adios meals.
Exactly, man. So the people are starting to wake
The
up.
whole country, bro.
Waking up, man. We're seeing that there's a fucking bullshit war on drugs, which is just a war on poor people. And they're seeing that the cartels and the
Truth.
government don't need to take control, bro. But I want to digress from that for a minute because we got 2 shows that we need to talk about right now.
These ain't your normal average run-of-the-mill shows.
First one is going to be, as we said before, August 11th through 13th in Elmira, New York. That
Elmira.
is the 607 family gathering. Whoop, whoop.
And all that shit.
They just added, what's his name? Lex the Hexmaster
Sure.
is going to be there. Project Born's going to be
That
there.
fool is nasty. Lex.
Yeah,
Woo.
Lex is. We've opened for him like 2 or 3 times now with Twisted. So sick, man.
Ill nasty.
Loki's going to be there. All sorts of people, man. You can check the flyer.
215 Ninjas gonna be
215
there.
Ninja's going to be there. Shout out, of course, to the homie Polmar, who's going to be spitting, who put this all together. Shout out to Fago Lovers Heaven. Shout out to Flophouse Records for putting us on the bill.
Right.
We said that we had some big news to drop with it. Here it is. Every single day, we're going to do a live podcast. 11 a.m. in the seminar tent. Come and see your boys because it's going to be Revival Radio Live. Just like we're testing out right here on Facebook. Live streaming for all you ninjas at the gathering. On top of that, we're going to have a full performance from CMASS. We're going to have Crazy Shay and Alora breathing fire. We're going to have the mobile t-shirt press to get the brand new CMASS t-shirt.
What?
Right there on the spot.
What?
If you haven't gotten yours yet, hit us up. $20, 25 if it's anything over a 2X. We accept PayPal, we accept cash, we accept all of it. Hit us up, get your next order in.
But that's not everything, is it?
Then
What do we got then?
we got the wrestling action that is going to be coming to the 607 gathering, featuring Sickened, Riot City's Most Wanted, the Millennials, 410 Massive, Killian McMurphy, Kindred Kamari, New Age Dracula, Marcus Waters, Ray Rumble, Ron Holiday, Lars Madison. Everybody is going to be there. Mac Mayhem, Rich Steve, and the Brain Cell. Maybe get you in there, mix it up a little bit. And
I'm definitely going to be rapping you out to the ring, being your manager and shit, but on top of that,
we
got the RIA show.
The very
in Cleveland, Ohio.
Very next week, the 19th.
August 19th, Cleveland, Ohio. Your boys, CMASS, Rich Steve, and the Brain Cell, making their triumphant return
To Cleveland?
and all that shit.
I love it, man. We got to show love, man, because that came from Greg Kelly. That came from the last show at Voltage. So salute.
There's some talks on some Tech 9 maybe too, but we'll get back to you on that.
On top of that, we just talked about the t-shirts. We talked about the shows. We teased it a little bit, but we want to assure you, new album. It's almost done, man.
Murder by Numbers.
Almost done. Marson
Everything's
House.
recorded. We're just going to perfect everything and make it the best it can possibly be because we ain't half-assing shit.
First Contact's almost done now, too, by the way. I stepped up.
That, too. You might have seen that on the channel. The
Brand new
visuals
video.
for Falling.
Great track,
And
by
guess
the way.
what? We have a new one about to drop, too. Coming
You're going to have to stay tuned for that. So with that being said, thank you everybody for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned. We're going to have some more Revival Radio now that we're almost done in the stew coming your way very soon because there's just so much to talk about and we want to do it.
Yo, get your t-shirts, man. We're making our next batch. Make your pre-orders now. Comment below. Hit us
Sweatshop.
up individually.
The Asylum Sweatshop did all of it. Alora and Crazy Shay, much
Shout
love.
out.
Everybody, thank you so much. Subscribe below. Click share. Click like. Leave comments. Engage.
Subscribe.
And come out to see CMASS and show some love. Rich Steve,
And the Brain Cell.
Be easy, everybody.
Tuning out. End of transmission.